Are you participating in the Juggalo March that they finna have on Washington? You gonna be down? You gonna be down there with them?
I'm blessed to be down there. You know, I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers. And the thing is, let me say this real quickly.
Because I was going to ask you, can you give us a little insight on that?
Let me tell you this. Okay, so the FBI labeled all Juggalos as gang members. Now, you might think, okay, well, that don't mean shit. Well, it does. When you're trying to go get a job, and when you're filling out, and every time you put that name with your Social Security on it, and once you've already been pulled over or whatever, and you got that Juggalo tattoo, automatically you are lumped in with the Bloods, the Crips, and the Juggalos. It just sounds ridiculous. But nevertheless, man, we were like, you know what, man, we ain't standing for this. So we sued the United States government. No band has ever done that ever in the history of the world, and stood up and said, you know what, we're going to do this. And the American Civil Liberty Union, they stood next to us. They were like, man, we don't know shit about Juggalos. We don't know shit about ICP. We don't know nothing. But we do know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And what's wrong is that if they do this to a group of people that just happen to love the same music, sport the same tattoos, wear the same clothes, that means that they can run over anybody. They can do that to anybody. So, and that was the point that we try to tell everyone that, look, this ain't no Juggalo thing. This ain't no psychopathic thing. This is a human rights thing. This is because I'm going to tell you right now, man, we got brothers from the Nation of Islam that are going to be there. They're like, man, you know what? We're going to be there. We're going to be marching with you. We got people that are from all of these different coalitions. There's even a Christian group that is like, we got to be there, man, only because it's about human rights is what it is. And so when you say, am I going to be there, man, I'm taking my whole family to that because it needs to be done. It needs to be done. And, you know, with the administration in there right now, we got to show people, man, that, look, it's all over us. Regardless of if we got a tattoo or what our religion is or our sexuality. Because, man, that's when they start controlling you, man. And already they've already got us programmed to be against one another. So we got to unite, man. And I think that this is going to be a wonderful thing. I think it's going to be something that it's only going to happen once. I'm going to tell you that right now. It'll never happen again.
I actually believe that too, man. I actually believe it can do more. It can do more good than bad. Just for some of the reasons that you just said, just showing them. Because if they can do you guys like that, what's going to stop them from doing the next group of people that come together and unite, or the next group of people that come together and unite on some different shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to be a Juggalo. You don't have to be down with the music or the culture or nothing to understand that, you know, they targeting a certain type of person, and that shit ain't cool, man. Because they do your group the next way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might not do you today, but they might get you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So we all got to ride together when it comes to shit like that.
Exactly. You know, and again, you know, this is about you have to stand together. And look, you know, and is it going to change anything? Who knows? But we won't know if we sit on our asses at home and not do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We won't know. Well, and you know, one thing that I like to pride myself on how I live life is that I want to know what's at the end of the tunnel. I don't want to sit back and be like, damn, I wonder what was there. Fuck that. I'm walking through it and finding out. You know, I don't want to live my life with no regrets, you know?
Yeah, right. And not only have you got a lot of attention from people in the music world, I've been hearing about the Juggalo March on mainstream news. They had it on SportsCenter the other day. So
they did. Yeah. They just called me from Time Magazine this afternoon to give some quotes. And you know, it's the same thing that I told them. I was like, you know, hey, this is about humanity, man. And people are not just sitting back and letting people walk all over them, man. Back in the 60s and all of that shit when they were marching and stuff, man, those were pioneers, man. And we owe it to them not to let the government do you like that. And we owe it more than that, brothers. Check this out. We owe it more than that to the youth, to the kids that are coming up, to your kids, to your grandkids. All of that, we owe it to them to stand up and be like, no, this ain't right. And like my brother said, you don't have to like the music. It ain't about the music. You put some earbuds in your head and walk that street together. You ain't got to hear no music. It ain't about that. But it's about gathering together because everyone knows that strength is in numbers. And that's all we're trying to do. And we're trying to let the mainstream know, hey, look, man, this shit is real. This shit is real. And the only thing that Psychopathic Records has anything to do with it is they are funding the whole thing. The stage that's being built, the PA system, all of that stuff ain't free. All of the getting the actual permits, those are $500 for the day. But it's that important to everyone that we do this, man. And I'm excited about it. I'm sorry I get a little carried away, man, but I'm very passionate about stuff like that.
No, you good, man. You good. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what people need to hear. They need to hear the passion for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
one more thing, Rude Boy. I just want, I've been seeing this a lot of people are like, man, I'm not going, I'm not getting arrested and all that shit. And I keep trying to tell people, like, the permits are in place. They know you're coming. It's not like you guys are kicking down the White House door and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I want people to, like, there's a lot of people that are thinking, like, you guys are just showing up. And a lot of the propaganda that is being spread out there is straight up just hater shit. And here's what it is. Let me say this, man. And I've heard juggalos be like, well, that don't affect me. It don't affect you now, but that doesn't mean that ain't going to affect you in 2 weeks or 10 years or 20 years from now. It has to be done. You know what I'm saying? And look, and those who just say, man, I'm not going to be a part of that, I'm not going to go to jail, whatever, hey, man, no one's mad at you. Sit at home, do your thing. But just know that someone is out there fighting for your rights. There's someone out there fighting for you. It's just like, it's just like with the president putting the ban on different Muslim nations coming in and stuff. Do you realize, let me say this real quickly, brothers, do you realize that there's 54,000 members of the United States military that are Muslim? So what if all of those cats just sat down and was like, all right, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there who's fighting for you. And that's what we like to be the catalyst about this. That's why we want to be out there and fighting for those who are even saying, you know what, fuck that, I'm not going to go to jail. Nobody has to go to jail. You don't have to go to jail to go and just listen to some speeches and get out there and show numbers. Man, because I'm going to tell you what, this is going to change the face of a lot of stuff, man. Like you guys said, Sports Center's talking about it? Come on, man. At least they're talking about it. Think about that. You know, now it's not just some, look at them, the clowns, they're funny. Now they're like, oh, these motherfuckers are like, for real. When Time Magazine called me, they was like, so this is like really happening. They pulled up the permits and everything, and they were like, I was like, yeah, you know, because this is something that we believe in. And those who are sitting at home, and man, we got love for you too. Do your thing. Do your thing. Maybe one day you could thank us. That's all.